Hey guys, it's SJ back with another video. So I'm going to be showing you guys my server rack now. I'm just going to be showing you guys an updated version of everything that I've built so far and what I've changed. And I'll actually show you before and after pictures of everything that's changed from before up until now. Or you can actually, well, I'll actually link the videos as well so you guys can see the before and after. But without further ado, let's get started. I'm actually recording this a second time because the first time I recorded it, the lighting was just freaking terrible. It was horrible. So I actually have a flashlight so you guys can see. And let's get started. So this is what we're starting out with. Is this hasn't changed. The WatchGuard XES. It used to be a email appliance, but I took everything out. There's actual computer hardware here. So I took everything, deleted the operating system off of this, and I replaced it with pfSense. It's running pfSense right now, and in the back I can actually show you there is a primary and secondary. So the red is failover, green is primary. I actually have the same thing set up in the back for the server, so if you see the same thing, just know that red is failover, green is primary. This can actually be connected to my KVM. So I can, this actually has an interface, so I'm able to look at everything that's going on. So yeah, pfSense is running on this, and it's almost like an actual server. I'm actually thinking about upgrading it to a better CPU. It's running a Xeon right now, but I'm going to upgrade it to a, I believe it's a 5560. I'm not sure. I'll look it up, but I believe it's 5560. But yeah, let's go on to the next one. This is the my KVM. It's a triplet KVM. This is the one that I did a video on, basically showing you guys the problem that was wrong with it, where the administrator password wouldn't reset. I love this KVM. It's HD. The functions on it is just perfect. It has a KVM OSD. Everything is just amazing. 16 ports. So right now I have 6 right now, but I'm able to put in 16 more computers if need be, and do that. I love the way how it functions. Everything works fantastic. I would definitely recommend this this KVM. I'm actually gonna put a picture on the screen so you guys can see what where you can buy it, and I'll put a picture of the actual name and everything on the screen so you guys can see it, as well as the router. I'm just gonna come back here for a second. The router, or the WatchGuard, I actually ordered a completely different one. I got one in the mail that was I got this in the mail instead of the one I ordered. I'll show you a picture on the screen right now. And it actually turns out I actually like this one a lot better than the one on eBay. I bought this off eBay, and I guess the person who sent me this sent me the wrong one. And I don't know how they did that, but yeah, I like this one better because the ports are in the back, but the one that I have, or the one that I would have gotten, has the ports in the front. So I'm actually happy. I'm a lot happier with this one because the ports are in the back. And I love the way how everything is working now. It's working beautifully. Functions as like how it's supposed to, and I'm happy with it. Although, even though I did get the completely wrong thing, I'm not too upset about it. So yeah, let's go on to the next thing. The R610. I'm gonna use a oh man, this flashlight's bright. Let me actually point it over there. Jesus, you guys can't. Hope you guys can see that in the video. But the R610 is the first one. I'm actually gonna turn this light off so you guys can somewhat see. And man, it's bright. But the R610 is right now is my storage server. It's where this is the server that's gonna house like basically all my. Right now it's housing all my files, movies, basically any. It's a long-term storage right now, but in the next couple days I'm going to be switching it over to my Nimbus Array. That's this right here. It works beautifully. The function is just amazing. Like it's a dual-core CPU, so it has twice the much power. This Nimbus in the R610, they run similarly. Everything is completely different though. So I have a completely different BIOS as opposed to the one that's Dell. So I have a little bit more control with this Nimbus. BIOS, so I can change a lot of things. The only thing I can't change is the fan speed on this Nimbus. So the power supply fan speed is always maxed out for some reason. I'm not entirely sure. I was actually looking into getting some Noctua fans and putting them into the power supply so that it doesn't run as high, and I'm not always like hearing a jet engine like basically run every time I turn the server on. So but in the next couple of days, I'm going to be switching this R610 over to basically changing this storage server over to this. So this Nimbus will be my new storage server, and the R610 will just be, I'll figure out what I'm going to do with it in the future. Right now, I don't have any plans with it right now, but I'll probably end up doing something with it. Probably start running different distros of Linux on it to kind of see which ones work, because I tried actually running not Windows. I actually had Windows installed on this before, Windows Server, but I took it off. I put Debian 9 on it. Well, first I put Debian 10, and it wasn't working properly for some reason. Like the login screen was so slow. It was, and even after I logged in, it was just like it was unbearably slow. Like, I couldn't use it. So I downgraded to Debian 9, and the login was slow, but the actual use of the computer was a lot better. So I wasn't inhibited as much as I was on Debian 10. So, but let's go back to the top and actually look at our R710. So this R710 is my processing server right now. It's it does have a GPU in it right now, but what it does, it has Windows. It doesn't have Windows Server, but just a regular Windows Home on it, and it processes footage. Like footage right now, I'm not going to use I'm not going to turn the server on to process all this because that take too long. But anything longer, or like if I make a video for somebody and they need to process it, and then I can actually just process for them using this, and it won't slow down my computer, my primary rig that I'm using. So this server is meant for basically processing footage, audio, or pictures, like Premiere Pro footage, Photoshop, Audition, Media Encoder, basically all the After Effects, everything. So I basically run all of that off of here, and this server is it runs fantastically. It works perfectly. I love how the way it works. I've never had a real problem with the PowerEdge line, except with the 860s, where they were just like, they were using up way too much power, but that can be expected with older hardware, so I'm not too upset about that. Actually, if you guys haven't noticed, I changed basically everything in here, so I don't have like a bunch of R610s. I only have one. I'm actually selling the other two, and I'm just trying to get rid of them because I'm not using them. I don't use them as often as I should, and they just, they're just taking up power whenever they're like just plugged in. So I just got rid of them. But yeah, this is my R710 right now. And in the future, I'm planning to put a GPU on the inside, but I'm still just researching that. My PCI 16X riser is coming in the mail in a couple days, and I should have that soon. So I just have to pretty much look for a GPU, and at that point, should be good to go. These two R710s, they're not in use right now, but this R710, I plan to start hosting. I want to start hosting and website hosting, so I can earn money passively, like just have something running all the time. So and if I do that, I'm probably going to just have this server running along with all the network equipment, and maybe I was talking to someone on Reddit, and he seemed really knowledgeable. He was I've never, in case you guys call me a noob or whatever, but I've never actually messed with virtualization ever. I've messed around with VirtualBox in my earlier days when I was doing pen testing and learning about ethical hacking and everything. And I was learning how to do that, where you would install a Linux distro in a virtual machine for better security, and then you'd basically send your attacks from the virtual machine to the actual physical computer that you're attacking. But I've never actually, besides that, I've never actually worked with pen testing before that, or like after that or before that. I've never really messed with it. So I'm going to be installing virtual machines on this server right here, and run that. And if I'm going to be doing hosting in the future. but I'm going to be doing that, and hopefully everything goes well. The guy who I'm talking to on Reddit, he's really knowledgeable about it, so yeah, I hope everything runs smoothly. This R710, I'm not using it right now. I have some plans for it in the future. I'll post actually a list of everything that I plan to do with all these servers and everything that's going down with them. But in the future, I'm going to be using this one. Just right now, I just don't know what I'm going to be doing with it in the future. So, but for now, it's just sitting. These two servers right now are sitting, and these two I actively use like maybe once a day. Like maybe I use it about 4, maybe 6 times a week. These two servers right here, about 6 times a week. And I'm going to be, well, I'm not going to be using this one as much, but since I'm going to be switching it, I use this for backing up my computer so I can free up some space on my hard drive. So this server is no longer going to be my backup server. This R610, it's this Nimbus is going to be my backup server. So yeah, but in the future, I'm going to be using this R710 and this Nimbus Array as primarily whenever I'm doing stuff. And I use them about maybe 6-7 times a week. It's not that much, but it's usually often. I have it set up to where my computer reminds me whenever I need to back up, and then I'll just back up my computer. And but yeah, let's continue on. The Nimbus Array, I love this thing. It's amazing. It's not as great, like, you know, from what I was told, like in an enterprise setting, they're not great, but for home lab use, they're perfect. These are all filled up with a hard drive, laptop hard drives, and right now I believe I'm right now I'm going to be switching them out with 1.6 terabyte enterprise SSDs, and but right now I have these laptop hard drives and just kind of like testing stuff right now. But I believe I have about maybe 3 terabytes of storage from here to here. This entire area is completely empty right now, so I'm thinking about I was reading up about clustering, and where you could you can add different I guess like storage pools, and like, you know, I don't know much about clustering, so like one of the things that I really want to learn about is virtual machines and clustering, and a bunch of other stuff that I can't really think of right now, but those two things are primarily what I want to learn about, and I'm going to be researching in the future. Yeah, this server is perfect. I've never had a problem with it. It's not maxed out. This R710 though is maxed out. It's I believe the maximum RAM that you can put in is like 564 gigabytes or something like that. This server isn't maxed out. It only has 72 gigabytes in it, but this server this R710 is maxed out. I'm thinking about pulling some away from here and putting it into this R610, but so like the servers that I have maxed out right now is the R710, and this one is about 100 gigabytes, so 124 I believe away from being maxed out. But there's really no reason to have like the reason why they're maxed out is because I was able to get the RAM for free. They're secondhand, and they were used for quite a long time, so that's the only reason why I'm maxing them out, is because I'm actually able to without spending a dime. So the server is beautiful. I love it. This is one of my actual first servers that I used, or I was looking into. My actual first one that I made was a Optiplex, but this one is my my actual like real server that I ever first started using. So yeah, the only thing I don't like about it is how loud the power supplies are. They're just extremely loud for no reason. So you know, beware if you are like looking into getting one of these Nimbus storage arrays. I'll put the actual name on the screen so you guys can look up the name and everything. I bought this off of eBay for $240. It was listed for $740, and the guy, he sold to me for $240, and I was really happy with it. So, but these next is these disk shelves. They're filled up with 1.6 terabyte SSDs. I got, in case you're wondering, I got 48 of them for well, they're actually not all filled up. This bottom portion is filled up and it's locked right now. You can actually see the little indicator on the thing. It's you can actually see that it's locked right now. But right now I'm testing them, making sure they're all working. I'm kind of putting them to through a stress test to make sure that the read and writes are correct, and if they're not, let's see if I can fix them or format them to make it so that they work better and or work as intended, or see if formatting helps it. But right now I'm testing them. So this only portion right now is the only one that's filled up with actual, that I know that are good working hard drives. And right now this portion and this portion is not filled up. These actually don't work. Not work. These are just placeholders. They just, you know, hold the place. I'm thinking I'm gonna order the actual caddies for these sooner or later, whenever I get around to doing that. But these dish shelves, they're perfect. I love how they operate. Or I've actually seen the video on how they operate. So apparently you plug these into I've never messed with a dish shelf before. This is my first time. So apparently that you plug this, you actually don't have to have a hard drive into the server that you plug it into. So this shelf basically holds all the storage here, and then you plug the actual cables from here into your computer, into the actual card that supports that protocol for these dish shelves. And you actually be able to see everything that you actually be able to see all these drives that are running. So I actually love that idea. It's perfect. So I technically wouldn't have to have a drive inside the computer at all, and I would just have to run these whenever I'm running the server. But in case I don't know if you guys have ever turned on one of these things are freaking loud. They're the loudest thing ever. They sound like a jet engine, or like an actual jet engine. Like if I was to turn both of these on right now at the same time, it would be the loudest thing ever. It would be much louder than anything. But when they're running, like just stable, they're not as loud. But when I turn them on, they're like the loudest thing ever. So yeah. But let's go on down here to the UPS. I'm gonna have to turn this flashlight on so you guys can see. This is the same one that I've been using ever since, I believe, my 5th or 4th video where I added a UPS. And yeah, this server is the UPS runs perfect. I haven't had any problems with it. The only problems that I really do have with it is the fan. The fan is the loudest thing in this rack. Like it's even with the router and the switch back there combined, this UPS is the loudest thing in the rack. Whenever and this is always running. So in case if you're wondering why I have this running or have this on, I put it in here so that it has surge protection. So this UPS and this PDU in the back is basically, so like if something like we have where I live at, lightning strikes are common, and I don't want it to where if I'm running this and a lightning strike happens, I don't want any of the equipment in this server rack to be broken whatsoever. So it's basically, I guess you could call it 2 lines of defense. So that PDU back there would be the first line, because everything would be it's pulling from that PDU. So all of this hardware plugs into that PDU, and then that PDU plugs into the UPS, and the UPS plugs into the wall over there. So that yeah, it's 2 lines of defense. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The biggest problem I have is the fan, but I'm thinking about changing the fan out and switching that out with a fan that's a much lower noise level, but it's not so the actual amperage that's the fan uses is, I believe, is 0.51, and the fan that I have is 0.05. So it might I've tried installing it before, and it threw some faults, but I'm going to I got someone on Reddit told me to put a resistor in between the in the line where you plug it in, so that it'll hopefully just plug straight into it, and then it will just, I guess you could still use it, and you won't throw any faults, and it'll work just fine. So let me actually turn the server around, and so you guys can see the back, and we'll talk some more about the rest of it. So here's the back of the rack. This is my switch. It's a 48 port gigabit switch. Not all ports are gigabit, just these 4 SFP ports are gigabit. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a Netgear ProSafe GS7 48T. These are red. Remember, like how we spoke before, red is failover, green is primary. So these 2 ports right here, 5 and 6, are plugged into my PDU and UPS. The PDU and UPS is able to connect to the network, so I can actually see these and use them as accordingly. So I was actually researching on seeing if I could shut down the PDU or the UPS through Telnet. So these connect through Telnet, and I was able to get this PDU to reset, but I've been trying to get it to shut down for the longest time, and I'm still trying to figure it out, but I'm just trying to see if I can do that or not. But hopefully it should work as I want it to, but if not, it's not a big problem, but I'm still working on it. But these 2, 5 and 6, are plugged into the PDU and UPS. So here's the back of everything. These blue VGA adapters, they're specific to the KVM, so you have to get the right cable. If not, you're gonna have these problems where it's gonna say that's connected. You actually see it on the KVM. It'll actually show that it's connected, but then we actually press the button to select that particular server, nothing will show up. So you got to be careful with that. You have to pick the right one. For this particular KVM, I'll actually show you. I'll put a picture on the screen where you can actually see the what is it? The particular cable that you need, the right one. Let's see. I was actually testing with this extra network card, and I was seeing if I was kind of testing to see if say if all of these fail, then this one will be the backup. So say the integrated network interface will fail, I'll use this card as a backup and run that. Yeah, there's nothing really special about it. This is all just a network connection and power back here. There's nothing special about it. I have an Aris modem that I'm running right now. It's not connected to anything. I'm actually going to be running some coax cable from the outside of my house and to the inside, so that I can actually have this connect to the internet and run that. So I'm not actually using our actual internet connection for it. So it has its own dedicated network connection. But let's go over here for the power. So the Nimbus and the disk shelves, they're so the disk shelves, I know there's some of them in here. I don't have them coordinated as to which one is which. So all of these are plugged in. These may be plugged into this power strip, but I'm not entirely sure which one is coordinated to which. So all of these network cables, they're all these Ethernet cables are coordinated. So this first 3 is plugged into the first server right here. This first one is going to be the first failover. The second one is the second failover, or I guess the fourth. This is the second one, third, and fourth. And this one is the router, and this one is the first server, primary one. So these are all coordinated, except the only thing that's not coordinated is this strip right here. All of these are not coordinated. I have to fix that in the future, so that in the off chance that I need to diagnose some of this stuff, I can actually diagnose it properly and not guess as to which one is which. So but there's nothing really special here. The back of the case is just all power and internet connection, and in the future I might move the PDU once more, but I actually like how this is right now. It's fine the way it is. There's no problem with it how it is right now, so I might just keep it like this, but for the time being it's fine. Yeah, that is about it. The server, there is the update. Hope you guys enjoyed it. In the future, I will be updating you guys with more information on the server and like what I'm doing in the future. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe. One thing that I saw is that a lot of people who are watching my videos are not subscribed to the channel. You can, if you want to, you can press the subscribe button. It's totally free. You don't have to pay for anything, and you'll be able to see all the videos that I'm working on. And when you could possibly be the first one to see it. Yeah, there's that's about it. If you guys like the video, please like and subscribe. If you want to, you can share the video along with your friends and whoever you guys want to share the videos with. And that's about it. Hope to see you guys in the next one. All right, see you.